Outside Air Canada Center, Raptor fans desperate for a win to even their series with the Miami Heat, and future Hall of Famer Dwayne Wade looking to take a 2-0 series lead. Game 2 from north of the border is now. Three-time NBA champion Miami Heat and the Toronto Raptors, who are in the conference semifinals for the first time in franchise history.
Raptors needed more from Kyle Lowry at just 7 points in the loss in Game 1 to the Heat, even with that three that forced overtime. 31% shooting, worst in the last 50 years among players who shoot it a lot. After Game 1, he stayed around to shoot. Here's what he was thinking.
At this point, the last couple of games, yes, of course, I've been thinking about it. But that's the reason I went back out and shot, just to not think about it.
He entered the game focused. Check this out. Security guard's like, hey, man, how about some doubt? And, well, he left him hanging. But he did not leave his team hanging. He had 7 points in the first quarter. That's as many as he had in the whole game in Game 1. He was aggressive from the start. Catch and shoot three. Bang, 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 11 points at halftime for Lowry. Under a minute to go, Raptors up 82-80. Lowry drives, hits the mid-range jumper, wound up with 18 points in this game, shot 7 for 22. He'd like to improve that number, but he was helping his team get the job done. Dwayne Wade, crossover on Corey Joseph, and yet another big three from Wade in the playoffs. 17 points for Wade. He passed Scottie Pippen for 15th in postseason scoring. There's Lowry again, knocking another one down. Jonas Valanciunas sets the screen on Goran Dragic. Raptors up 86-83. Ensuing Heat possession. Big three from Dragic here. He had 20 points. Also took 8 stitches after he got a busted lip. Game tied at 86, 10.5 seconds to go. They would go to overtime again. First possession, DeMar DeRozan. He had 20 points, but 2 for 8 at the free throw line. He usually shoots it better than 80%. Valanciunas, he was big. 11 points after the third quarter, 15 for the game. Raptors take it 96-92 to tie the series at a game apiece. They are 4-0 following a loss this postseason.
I feel like if we don't turn the ball over 20 sometimes, we'll be fine. Offense is fine, and we can't keep giving up 20 turnovers a game. They came out, they took the game from us, so we played good. 2 good games up here to win the games. Not our best 2 performances, but you know, nothing is guaranteed, but, you know, we need to play better going home.
It is what it is. It's basketball. Sometimes the opposite team makes plays. Sometimes you don't make the right decision. But of course, you know, it's a good thing that we won here once. But you know, end of this game, we should win both.
Dragic looked and sounded like a guy who just went 15 rounds with Rocky. Right there. First 2 games of this series, mirror images. In Game 1, Lowry tied the game with a three-pointer. Game 2, it was Dragic with the tying three. In Game 1, Heat started out on an 8-0 run. Game 2, the Raptors started overtime on a 6-0 run. The Heat run in overtime as well. Heat won Game 1, Raptors won Game 2, so they're even Steven. Game apiece.